everybody, thanks for tuning in and allowing me to show you a device. This time it's the new Nanobox from 1010Music. It's the Razzmatazz. Razzmatazz. Again, tiny, like very tiny. It's as tiny as like putting it in your pocket. No internal battery, which I think is a good thing, because then in 20 years it still works. It would work with an internal battery as well, but you know, anyway, it's a different kind of discussion. I also got the Lemondrop, which there's a video out already, and there is a red one which is called, I forgot how it's called. Fireball, yeah, that was it. And to give you an idea of how big it actually is, here's a smartphone. It's a 5.9 inch, I believe. It's a Zenfone, and it's like the Razzmatazz. It's really small. Okay. What is it? It's an 8-voice FM drum synth with 2 oscillators per voice, plus the possibility to play a wave next to it. It also can record, so it's a sampler. It's a drum sampler. Internally, it's mono with stereo effects, and the effects are delay, reverb, and something else that I won't talk about right now. Is there something special? Oh yeah, finally there's a master volume on the main page, which the 2 others lacked, and for a good reason. This was a reason to criticize. It really has a line in and out, midi in and out, analog clock, and micro SD card for the samples and the sampling. Yeah, and it's complicated. But let's start the clock, okay? No, why did I delete the timer? Maybe it wasn't the best idea ever to implement the timing. The timer. Okay, how does it sound? The first... No. Yeah, okay. I show you some presets. Okay, I didn't. I had it for not too long. Or let me pause the clock for a second. I don't have the machine for too long. I'm pretty sure it's gonna grow on me more and more because I already love it, just like that guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Razzmatazz is the most useful from the 3 of the Nanoboxes they have, simply because it's so capable of so many different things. Okay, let's go on. Okay, electro beats in the house, yeah! I just jumped through a couple of presets and then we're gonna start one from scratch. So you see here, it's 16 sequences per patch that can be played. Sequences can be copied, pasted, cleared, and doubled. Let me copy that one and paste it to a new one. Then I can override it, or let's say record something new. Okay, it's a 2-bar. It has an interesting sequencer, which is a bit confusing in the beginning, but once you understand how it's thought, it's actually it's a very interesting take. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, but it's an interesting take, okay? So here are the 8 instruments: kick, rimshot, open hat, slice, pipe hit, high tom. Okay, so kick, yeah? Dum, 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 dum. And there's also a second page with the for velocity. And this is it the rim shot? Yeah. Dum, ka, 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 taka, taka, okay, so you get the idea. It's like 1 bar, 16th of a bar, and all the 8 voices are shown simultaneously while only one is active. Okay, that's the sequencer. It's very clever. I'm wondering why no one else did it before. The damned. Oh yeah, let's be damned. We are all, by the way. Are we? I hope not. For my kids, I hope not. Maybe there's another world. Maybe Elon is sending us to Mars one day, and there's another world. Okay, I'm getting too political here. All right, so it's all of them are a bit harsh, a bit. I know, as usual, just like here, I'm not a fan of the presets of the factory content. Sorry, Mr. Content Designer, it's nothing personal. I'm just not a fan of it. Okay, so I did program a couple of things on my own. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. Let me see what I did here. Specialities with the nanoboxes in general, but even this one is even more complex than the others. So if you want to start the clock, you need to go on this tiny little, what is it, a 1/4 inch field in the very right corner, in the very up right corner of the screen, of the already tiny screen, to reach the stop, play, metronome, tap input, metronome volume, BPM and swing. I haven't found a way to record input without a quantized grid. And I'm sure it's going to be complicated to show that on the sequence page, but please 1010Music implement that. It's just like very important. You learned it from the black box, how important it is and how people want it, so I'm one of them, okay? Or maybe there is a way and I didn't find it yet. If so, write it in the comments, maybe I read it. Then, from the main page where you can play it, depending on which sound is active, there's like one level underneath, which is an overview of the sound. You can switch to the voices down here. You see all the big voices with the button suddenly becomes a switch to go through all the different voices. The first one. And if you want to play it, then there's an even tinier play button up here. Okay, that's the bass drum. Okay, one thing that immediately came to my ear is that there's some noise at the end of the sound. Listen closely. There's a blah, blah at the end, and it's on any sound. Okay, I don't hear it here. I don't hear, the mic is open, so maybe I'm okay, maybe it's not on any sound, but here it is. You hear at the end, It must have something to do with the decay phase or the release phase of the sound. But I strongly ask for an update that kind of eliminates that. If you just play a wave, it doesn't appear. So, yeah. Okay, so there's one level, which is an overview of the voice. Then there's another level, which has the two tones that can frequency modulate each other and the possibility to add a wave with two filters, two envelopes, one LFO, one drum effects. I come to that later as setup. And then there's the third layer for each part of the voice. Yeah, waveform, sine, noise, triangle, square, you name it. Let's go back to the sine, pitch, detune, stereo phase. I was wondering how. I know that the phase is very, very important in frequency modulation, but I haven't found an actual. I don't know what it is. Okay, I admit I don't know what it is. Then there's the FM amount, FM ratio, mod pitch, and FM feedback. Let's do some. I like that. A little bit of feedback. Yeah, it's becoming noise. I think in the Synth Pro, someone mentioned, oh, Mr. Stimming was, he was not, like, someone told me that if M works on very, very low values, and now I know what he meant. I'm not a FM specialist, but it's true. If you play around here, use very, very low values, not more than 2% or so, and then everything makes sense. Okay, then 1, 2, 3. Then there's FM oscillator 1, FM oscillator 2, and then there's the wave. Then here you jump back to the very beginning, the filter, which needs to be switched on, unfortunately, in the normal voice, but then you can like tweak it just like on the other ones. 3, wait, filter, the envelope is the same, LFO, I want to come to music instead of explaining the device. Okay, what I'm about to say. So there's 3 levels on, let's say, four stages on the voice. Then there's the mixer page, of course, which you need for loudness. Is there panning? Looks like panning. Is it panning? Yeah, there's panning. Great. And not volume. Why? Wait. Okay, it's here, yeah? Yeah, okay, that's panning. I was wondering where's the volume then? Okay, strange. Then there's the mute, just like from the black boxes, the black box. And then there's the send effects. And then from here you can switch into the effects. So that's 1, 2, and then on the next level 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, and then so it's 2 different trees of decision making which go down, okay, with a couple of levels underneath. That's basically the 2, all right, and then there's the sequence, which also has like 1 and 2 levels underneath. So it's 3 branches of levels underneath. I know. Sorry, let me just quickly. Okay, this is confusing. It sounds confusing, and I just want to tell you a secret. It is confusing. Yeah, there's no way to beat around the bush. It is confusing. Okay, next one. So all three are quite similar. I really like the 16 sequences, just like basically coming from also an idea from the black box, I suppose. Because then it's not possible to chain them in a song mode kind of sense, at least not that I know of. No, it's pretty sure it's not possible. But spontaneously, you can really do interesting groove variations. Here, okay, then in the beginning, I was like, if you start a preset, okay? Oh, it's so small. New preset. I just name it new preset. Okay, if you start from the beginning, it sounds like that. I need to switch on the filter. Why do I need to switch on the filter? Come on, seriously. Also, yeah, oh no, it's not true. The level, I think it's going to be a bit longer. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a, it's a lesson about the machine, but I want to explain, like, it's part of how it works, okay? I'm sorry. So, if I want to change, for example, the filter in the filter being modulated, okay, then there's the 3 buttons, just like from those devices. So if I want to respond it to velocity, I need to go in here, dial in velocity, which unfortunately isn't in the end or the beginning, so I need to find it here, and then I can dial in the amount. The same applies to volume, even if I don't find it now. Why don't I find it? Yeah, because it's the level of the oscillator, right? If I want to make it react to velocity, I need to do it here. And this is something which is, how can I say it, friendly? It's a bit complicated. But don't forget how small that thing is, okay? Okay, the timer is off, so I need to show you. I need to show three more things, okay? And be quick. So that's the original sound. And if you ask me, or if you asked me in the very beginning, I was like, are you serious? Okay, and then I found the FX3, which is the cap distortion, okay? It's like some kind of a cabinet simulation. So, and this thing has a filter, pre and post frequency and distortion, okay? I get a new distortion. Oh, and I have to say, seriously, the reverb is okay. It's better. I mean, it's good. It's better than in the black box. They're improving the reverb, just like Electron on the model samples. Okay, and then with the cap distortion simulation, this thing comes to life. It's a bit distorted, of course, right now, but it's really depending on the sounds. So in the 3 presets we heard before, it's basically what's making those sound fat. Also, I have to be honest, I didn't find a way of dialing in an FM bass drum based on oscillators that fulfilled my needs when it comes to a bass drum. I have to say, I have to mention it. Okay, here the machine works. Oh, and of course you can use the cabinet as a way of thickening just a certain amount of frequencies because it has this wet dry. Okay, it's getting longer, it's getting longer, it's getting longer. Okay, and then just one more thing which is important to know. It has a clip and slice mode. So I show you the clip. Is that one? Is it that one? No, it's not. What is it? Drum and bass test. Oh yeah. Whoa. So I loaded in a sample and it has the same loop thing, the same clip mode as in the black box, which means if it's a proper loop, it's gonna be on time, even if you change the tempo, okay? It's a bit grainy now, but still okay, I'd say. Okay, let me try to do a little bit of a performance, yeah? Okay, conclusion. So it's a fascinating device. I'm happy to spend my money on it because I know I'm gonna get something interesting out of it. Okay, it needs time, it needs preparation, it needs muscle memory, and those fucking levels which underneath and decision trees. Okay, the whole device. Why did I say okay that often in this review? The decision tree is very complicated and maybe a bit too much, but I understand it's not really possible to do it differently with all the possibilities, okay? So, okay, again. Okay. So, did you hear enough? I hope so, because I hopefully will not say the O and K again. Because otherwise I'm gonna jump out and just run. I run, okay? Oh.